Hi, I'm Monika Kristofferson with the Efficient Organization, and today I wanted to talk about being accountability partners in business. As a professional organizer, I know that a lot of what my clients benefit from when working together with me is accountability, having that time set aside, having the date, and having somebody who's going to show up. So let's talk about having an accountability partner in business. Let me pull this up. Okay, so let's talk about how to be awesome accountability partners. So I like this little quote: the keys to brand success are self-definition, transparency, authenticity, and accountability. So I think that is a good one to start with here. So we're going to talk about 6 different tips or strategies for being awesome accountability partners. And the first one is getting to know each other. Now, if you've chosen somebody to be an accountability partner with you in business, you probably already know them, but you might need to know a little bit more. So some things to think about: what do you each do in business? What are the tasks that you do? Where are you at right now in business? Where do you want to go? What are your goals? You might need to find out a little bit about each other's personal lives too. It's going to really differ on how much time and energy somebody might be able to put into their business, depending on if they're doing it part-time, full-time, if they're switching over to a new career midlife, if they're a single parent. So just knowing a little bit about what's going on in each other's lives can be very helpful. Asking each other what your struggles are, roadblocks, where do they need support, those can all be helpful in the big picture when you're giving each other support and accountability. The next one is communication. So how are you guys going to communicate for your accountability meetings? Are you going to communicate through text, through Zoom, through FaceTime? Are you going to be able to get together face to face? How often do you want to communicate? Is this a weekly check-in, a monthly check-in? And how long do you want to communicate with each other when you're getting together? Is this a 10-minute check-in once a week? Is it a 45-minute call once a month? What does this look like? And to keep it on time and efficient, setting a timer can go a long way. That way one person isn't, responsible to say, okay, we need to stop, and feel like they're cutting the other one off. If there's a timer and it goes off, it's a little more of a neutral reminder, like, hey, timer went off, we need to wrap it up. Okay, tracking. How are you guys going to track things? Your progress. How are you going to share it? Is it going to be a document in the cloud? Is it going to be a text? Is it going to be something that you're jotting down on your own and you can refer to it when you guys are on a call together? So having that structure for those, tracking will help you have purpose and help you get to business and not feel like you're just starting to ramble and talk about other things. So it helps you stay focused. So structure can be any kind of questions you guys want it to be, but here are just some examples. It might be that you jot down and answer what you accomplished since the last call. It could be that you're sharing any roadblocks that you're coming up against. It could be sharing your next step. What is your next goal that you're going to work on? Or what is the next part of the process that you're moving forward on? It could be sharing what you need to do to support each other. So it could be a long list, it could be 3 bulleted things, whatever works for the both of you and whatever seems pertinent for your calls. Being honest. Now this can be a little challenge in business because when we're out there showing our business face, we want to look successful. With your accountability partner, you may have to just let your guard down a little bit and share those struggles, be vulnerable. If you're vulnerable, you're honest, you can actually find some solutions instead of just putting on a happy face. That doesn't mean every accountability call is about struggles and confidence. It could be some successes as well. So it doesn't have to be all struggles. Keep that communication confidential, build trust with each other. You want to feel like you can open up to that person and they're not going to go tell somebody else what you just talked about. And again, you're not going to grow if you're not honest. So be upfront, honest, open, and then find your solutions together. When you're being open and honest and putting it out there, you have to be willing to accept some feedback. So be open to some new ideas. Know that your partner maybe has already solved this problem that you're having. They've been down this road. They've got some solutions they can share with you. They might have a different point of view that you just haven't thought about because you're in your own head, right? So when I'm working with clients and I walk into their space, I can usually see very quickly where there might be some issues, and that person might have been doing something the same way for a long time. They don't even realize it anymore. And then when I point something out, they're like, oh, I never thought about that. It seems so obvious. Well, it's just obvious for me because I have a fresh set of eyes on the situation. Also, when you're creating something, know what you want to say, you know what you mean, and having an accountability partner look at something that you're working on may allow them to see things the way your clients would see them. And they might have some questions on some things that you thought seemed pretty pretty obvious. So go ahead and have people review things for you as well, if that works in with your accountability, so they can give you some feedback. Because if they see something a certain way or have a question or don't understand something, the chances are good that your clients or customers won't either. And then be positive. Like I said, having an accountability partner doesn't mean it's all about struggles and doom and gloom. But, keeping in mind, you want to lift each other up when it's needed. You want to be a cheerleader for any progress that's being made. That's very exciting. You want to make sure you're a good listener, and that when somebody shares something with you, you don't make it all about you somehow. So keep the focus on the other person, but still be willing to share your perspective and ideas. And then end all of those interactions on a positive note so that you're both excited to leave that meeting and go work on things and move forward in your business. So always remembering the work is still up to you, whatever it is you have to do to make your business successful. But just knowing that if you have that date and time and accountability with somebody, that hopefully that's going to be what gets you over the finish line and helps you reach those goals and build up your confidence or whatever it is that you need in business. So if you're thinking about becoming accountability partners, looking for one, I hope these are helpful tips for you. If you have any questions or comments or want to share success with me, I'm always happy to hear them. Have a great day.